Hello, our loves. You've reached Elizabeth and Joanne with World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. This is your new home or your permanent home for twin flame energetic guidance. Joanne and I are both in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. We've been through it all. We've been through the separation, the dark night, and we've learned how to balance the energy, because that's all this is. It's an energetic connection. And we have learned how to balance the energy, and now we are guiding you, showing you how the energy really works in this connection, so you can not only draw your twin flame back in, but you can balance them into a permanent relating experience. And so what we have to help you with your journey, for those of you that have been with us for a while, we have a life-changing 30-day twin flame detox program. Seriously, it's life-changing. Go through our past videos, read through comments. You will see how freaking magical our program is. It really is. And then for those of you that have magnetized, what did we organically create from all of you saying, I did your detox and I brought my person back in. What do I do now? We created an ultimate balancing program. There's nothing else for your twin flame connection out there like our ultimate balancing program. You will learn step by step how to handle text messages, how to handle sightings, how to handle your first meetup. You will learn it all with our ultimate balancing program, so you don't ever have to put yourself in a position where you push again and your twin pulls. So with that being said, we are going to deep dive into this awesome question we got from one of our beautiful soul fam. Again, if you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so glad you found us. The fact that you could find us means that you are ready to balance and be in neutralized energy, because that's what we share here. We share a lot of soul, but that's what this journey is about. So with that being said, let me read the question, and then Joanne, you kick us off. You get us started. Here's the question. What is it like to be in a relationship with your TF? Like, how do you express yourself to them or interact daily with them? I think I'm just confused as to what we can actually do without pushing. I feel like I just would have to completely leave them alone and let him come to me all the time and never step towards him.
So when I read this, my love, I kind of laughed and I said, yeah, pretty much, pretty much. But I mean, if you look at it in this place of how the connection works, is you are the beer. You are the beer of your connection. You are simply embodying the love that you both are. And your person is the reflection of that love. And so when you are aligned with soul and you're balanced, and you're in this, when Elizabeth said we're balanced and when we're in this neutralized energy, this is the union energy. And so your person doesn't come in when you're in addictive energy. Your person doesn't come in when you're in mine and you're pushing. Your person comes in when you're in this energy of love, where you are being exactly where you are as soul. When you are your truest, authentic version of you, and you are being where you are right here, right now, is exactly where your person is at. And so when you're doing something for them because you want them to be in your space, they're not going to be around. So the interactions of being becomes really natural when you are always being wherever you are. Same with anybody, you're in the place of soul. When you're interacting with friends and family, you're pulling in your energy, you're balancing your energy, and you're in the place of soul. When you are having a trigger, you're in this place of soul. You've done so well being by yourself that when your person is there too, it is so natural. You're not with them in being in mind anymore because you haven't lived life staying in mind. Whether you're with your mom, whether you're with your cousin, whether you're with your aunt, whether you're interacting with complete strangers, you've embodied and have aligned with this seat of soul where you're being by yourself so naturally. And then your person's there and you haven't changed the way you are being. And so whatever interactions you're both having, it feels like you're doing them on your own, because that's exactly how you would have done it on your own. The interactions doesn't change just because your person's come in. So whatever you are focusing on And whatever you are doing, thinking, and feeling is still the priority. How do I feel right now? Where is my energy? What do I want to do? As soon as my person comes in, I don't change my plans. I don't change what I wanted to eat. I don't change what I wanted to see. I don't change what I wanted to read. I don't change what my goals are for my business. Everything is still about me. It is when our person comes in and we've now shifted to our person again. And we forgot everything that we were doing that even brought them in. So even though it sounds funny the way you said it, where you're literally waiting until they come in to interact, you're not waiting. You are being in the place of soul. And when your soul comes in, your soul is showing you when you are in soul. And what is your responsibility? Is to stay in soul. Not for them, but for you. And so your interactions is to just stay in soul. And it's going to be really natural. It's going to be so natural. The mind's trying to overcomplicate it. What about this? And what is this going to look like with this? And how are we going to interact with this? You're going to be in that place in the moment you're in. You're going to interact in the now. You're not going to try to figure out what it's going to look like. You're not going to try to figure out if you're going to push again. You're going to be in this place where you are in the here and now. And you're going to interact through you, through that neutralized balance energy, which is the union energy, being in soul, unfazed, whether your person is there or not. And again, they are there too. So what are the daily interactions look like? It's whatever I feel like. Seriously. Seriously, my love. It's whatever I feel like. It's not what he feels like. What do I feel like? And what I feel like is enmeshed with what he feels like. And because he's me, we're probably most likely going to do the same thing, right? We're going to watch a movie. We're going to go out to eat. We're going to chill all day and not do anything because that's most of my days. I like being most of the time, and he's there too. So you will interact with your person in the now. You're never going to worry if you're going to push, because the only way you're going to push is if you're focusing on your person again, because then that means you've shifted back to separation consciousness. But the way you balance your person is to be really, really good at balancing your own energy in your everyday, daily interactions with your friends, your family, on your own. When you're driving in your car and your mind goes crazy and it misses your person, I'm going to woozah that, right? I'm going to pull that energy in, bring it back to me, and be present. Because when my person's next to me and I have a trigger or I do anything that's focused on them, they're going to pull anyway. So if I just focus on me, I'm never going to have to worry if they're going to pull, because I've stopped worrying about them. You have to keep the focus on you because they are you. And the daily, everyday interactions focusing on you is them staying with you. They want you to live your fullest, most authentic, genuine, true you in your life. The you that doesn't worry about them, the you that doesn't miss them, seek them, yearn for them, the you that does not see them separate. You are aligning with the part of you that is already your soul and already one. And the one that is already aligned with your true being, your twin flame, the one that is already with you is unity consciousness. And that part of you doesn't see your person separate. And that part of you is being in all of your interactions. Whatever you're doing is through being. It's in the now. And so the interactions are natural. The interactions are a flow state. You're not thinking about what to talk about or what you're going to do. You're being in them. You're working in the now. You're immersed with this now moment with your person, because that's all they can offer you is this now moment.
Okay, so you gave a beautiful, very, very accurate overview of what life is like, balancing your person. And I'll try to break my days down a little more specifically, just because my days tend to be pretty similar to each other, I would say. There's not a lot of fluctuations that much. So let me give you guys an example of what my day looks like. So I wake up early and I take my daughters to school. he's still in bed sleeping when I take my girls to school. And I come home and that's when he gets up. And just what you said, Joanne, before any interactions, I gauge my energy. So that even means, because sometimes I'll go lay back in bed after I drop my kids off because I got up so early. If I don't feel in a place to talk, I don't say hello. I don't say good morning. I gauge my own energy. And a lot of times he is in the place where he doesn't want to say hello or good morning either, because he is, worried about his day ahead and he's in his own head about things. And so I just gauge my energy. Do I want to communicate or do I just want to lay in bed and just be? Whereas, and I want to sort of break this down, prior to separation, when we lived together then, it was like I was so needy. I needed him to say good morning. I needed him to give me a kiss good morning. I needed to know that I was the first thing on his mind since he was the first thing on my mind. And it's not like that anymore. Now it's always, okay, how do I feel? Do I want to talk? Do I want to sort of just sit and soak in the solitude right now? And I will gauge that. So then our days sort of start. He and I both work from home and our offices are on opposite sides of the house. And truly, like, I'll get messages from him throughout the day. He'll text me little messages when he's on the phone, maybe on social media. If anything pops up, he'll message me. But truly in the middle of the day, like the only time we really say hi is in passing. I don't really seek him out. And my office is next to the kitchen. So that's normally when he'll come and say hi to me, is when he's going to make food for lunch. But besides that, we don't seek each other out. It's very, very present. If we need something in that specific moment, we'll talk to each other. If not, we go about our day. There's been times I've even left the house to like go to the gym. If he's on a client call or he's on a meeting, I don't even let him know that I'm leaving. I just leave because I don't need to. It's this different dynamic where it doesn't always have to be spoken anymore. If he needs to know where I'm at, he'll ask me and I'll tell him. But it's not like I need to seek him out like, hey, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go do this. I just am. I just am being. And usually most of the questions do come from him now. Like he'll come and like, hey, what are your plans for today? And I'll sort of break down, oh, I'm going to the gym. I have a call with Joanne. I have a client call, whatever it is. But I don't just go and start telling him about my day. It's very peaceful. It's very present. It's very like not spoken anymore, because remember, words are from mind. Thoughts are from mind. Questions are from mind. And I really try to be as present as possible in this connection. So I will answer when he has questions. And I do tell him things that are going on if they are relevant, or I feel like they are relevant to that present moment. But besides that, it's really just being. And then after our days are done, it's sort of like, hey, what do you have planned for tonight? And if I have work, I'll tell him I'm going to work a little longer. If I don't, I just say, nothing. I don't have anything. And then it's sort of like, okay, you want to watch a movie? And it's always in this now moment. Yeah, let's go watch a movie. And then we go and we hang out and we maybe discuss what's on TV. Again, very present. We're very present with each other. Like I'll notice, it's funny because he'll come, he'll talk to me. Most of the stuff he talks to me about is what's going on in his day right at that moment. And I notice that he'll tell like family members more of the mind stuff. He doesn't bring me a lot of mind energy. He brings that more to people in his near family, like his kids or his mom or his sister. But with me, it's very present. It's what specifically he's looking at or reading about in this now moment. And I have to say, like, our connection, even though it's fewer words than it was before separation, so much peace, so much love. It's like just very harmonious. I can't even imagine life anymore in that place of addictive energy. I can't imagine needing to use the mind anymore with my person. It's so innate now that this is how we act. And it is so different than a soulmate. It is so different than any other relating experience you have with family or friends, but it becomes so natural. Just be, to just, like you say all the time, Joanne, it's like being with yourself. You don't need to sit there and have a conversation with yourself. You don't need to check in with yourself. You don't need to do this stuff with yourself. You're just being, and you're enjoying this like quiet, this moment, this now with your person.
Mm-hmm.
It's the stillness and peace that you receive when you're by yourself. That's what you can get from being with your person. And the mind wants to complicate it and wants to treat it like it's a soulmate connection where you have to have conversations and have to figure it out. And it's like, I feel like we're smiling most of the time, me and my person. We're like laughing most of the time. We're being in each other's space without even talking most of the time. And I know that sounds really
No,
weird.
Joanne, you just reminded me.
Go ahead.
It's very playful. It's very playful in a way that it never was before. And the reason why is because, like, when we joke with each other, there's no there's no, whereas before my mind would get triggered, right? By he could say something that was joking with me and my mind would get triggered and get really defensive. Now it's just like this banter. There is no judgment. And I know that anything he says is always in play. It's always in
Yeah.
jest. There's never any malintention behind any jokes because you have to remember, like, or I'll say, like, when I was growing up, a lot of the jokes people would say to me were actually very cruel. And so my natural defense system is, if someone's joking about me, they're being mean to me. And I've had to relearn and shift out of that limiting belief and realize that you can play with someone in this very loving way without it being something that's mean. And so that's something that has really changed in our dynamic. We're very, very playful. There's just so much love and playfulness between us.
Yeah. I also want to say that I don't think I've ever lived life this way, where it is very peaceful, where it is very still. I lived my whole life before running around, pleasing everyone else, having a list for other people, working for someone else. And then when Elizabeth broke down her day, holy smokes, my day's like so chill. As soon as I wake up, so this is what just came to me, love, and I'm so thankful. I'm so freaking thankful that this is what our journey shows us and teaches us, is our journey has shown us to slow down. Really slow down and just be. I wake up before the alarm goes off and I just sit in that stillness and I feel into this now moment and I'm being in it. And I can hear my person on the other side still sleeping. And I can hear the stillness of the fan and the air right before everyone wakes up. And I don't want to get up. I just want to feel into this moment here and just do nothing. And that's the morning. On my drive, I'm meditating to the lights in front of me from the car. I'm looking at the skies and I'm being in that. It's like I'm going from one place to another, but I'm still being. And I really don't know why we live so much of our days doing. It was like do, and then a do, and a do, and then you come back home and you're going to go to sleep again. And now, how can I get to another place to be? How can I be while I'm waiting in line, getting my drink, or I'm in line at the store, I'm waiting for my kids to get out of school and I'm, standing in front of the line where you pick them up or driving right where you pick them up. I'm being again. My favorite thing to do, and I told this to Elizabeth, but this is my favorite thing to do every day. I do this all the time and it drives my person crazy because I'm sure it's a lot of being energy. So I go home and I love doing this. I go home, I take a bath. It's my thing. I take a bath and I soak in my beingness. And my person is working. So he works from home. He's working in our like master bedroom office. So he's like an office and then our master bedroom is on the other side. So there's like a door in between that's just open and he's on the other side. And I have my headphones on. So after I take a bath and our master bedroom has like my bath area is on the other side too. So after I take my bath, I go straight into our master bedroom and I have my headphones on and I'm being again. And I'm melting in the bed. And I'm not like asleep because I don't go to sleep. I'm like high vibing, working on Cup of Joe. And I am being. And it's almost like I'm laying there, sitting there, being with myself, melting in my energy and the energy and aura of after just taking a bath and I'm like working on Cup of Joe and I'm being, which is weird because I'm working, right? So I'm like editing, I'll be editing our blogs, our videos, and it's still being. I can't think of a single moment in my day where I'm not being. And guess what? My person's right there. He'll stop, so he'll work and then get out of his work, or he'll be in a meeting. He'll kind of quiet. He'll mute himself and come over and just be next to me, or he'll come to me when he has a break or a lunch, or he'll text me and he'll say, "What do we want to do for lunch?" But I'm still being. I'm still being. I'm obsessed with being by myself. And in return, my person's obsessed with me. I'm no longer obsessed with him. I'm no longer focusing on him. I'm all focused on me, melting in me. And I'm going within. And it feels amazing, love. All of you need to try it. Get out of a bath, go in your bed, and just soak in your essence. Be in the energy of love and just feel into your internal being. Sit in your stillness and feel into the now. And when I'm sharing this with you, my eyes are closed and I'm being in this exact moment now. And this is where you are magnetic. This is where you balance your person, and you don't give enough. I'm going to repeat that. You don't give enough about what you guys talk about, what you need. Those are soulmate things, right? Let's figure out how we're going to figure things out. No, you're going to be, and you're going to interact all of your now moments in the now while you are being. I've permanently shifted into the true soul that I am by being soul every day. And my eyes are open. So it's not like I'm sitting around meditating all day. I'm seeing what's around me. And me and Elizabeth had a moment of that yesterday, right, love? All her kids and everybody wants and needs energy from her. And I had her go in the room and just be.
Chill. I closed my eyes because, okay, so some of you are going to be like me, where I have to close my eyes to, unless I'm driving. When I'm driving, I could really tap into unity consciousness and the oneness. But if I'm home, my 3D sort of takes over, and it's really hard for me to get into the 5D when all I can see around me is the 3D and all the energies that's being like pushed onto me and wanted from me. So I went up into my room and I was just like, I need to close my eyes. I need to sort of shut the 3D out for a little bit. And I need to just be at one with the 5D. And I can do that when I close my eyes. I can bring myself, no matter where I'm at. Like right now, I'm standing in my office and my eyes are closed and I'm one with you guys. I'm one with all of it. I'm out of my time-space reality of my house with the animals near me, with everything going on in the 3D, and I'm now just in the 5D with you guys.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, just magical experience, and you can do it all the time, and you can do it for free. Like, this is peace. You don't need to be anywhere.
No.
You don't need to be anywhere special. You can be in your office. You can be in your living room. You could be wherever you're at. But you can be, and you can like transport yourself to the stillness at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful.
And I guess your question is mine because I don't think about what I'm going to say to my person. I really don't. I use my internal guidance system that speaks for me, the way I'm speaking to all of you in the now. I communicate with my person in the now. I share my piece of love in the now. And I don't push because it's soul. Go ahead and run, babe, right? Go ahead and run. My negative polarity, you divine masculine you, try running when I'm immersed in my bed, feeling in my God source energy, feeling the goddess that I am. Just go ahead. I dare you to run. He's not going to run. He's right there. He's right there. Or he's texting me, or he's asking why I'm not home. He
loves our soul energy. And I own it because it's amazing. We just had a client call yesterday or today. And this client was like, after the detox, I found this place of peace. And this is that internal peace that me and Elizabeth are telling you guys we embody every day. I just told you guys, I don't know when I'm stopping the being. The being is kind of just who I am now. And she was like, I love it so much. It's not even about my twin flame. Like, yeah, he's here, he's talking to me, but it's how I feel. It's how I feel being in soul. It's how I feel being in unity consciousness. And when you make that your priority, just being soul, instead of chasing your person and interactions with your person, you're chasing soul, which is your twin flame. Chase your twin flame internally, which is your soul. Chase your soul. Go inside you. All of you guys, feel the internal quiet, the stillness within, the beer that you are, the you that came into this world with pure love, pure joy, pure bliss, that didn't speak, right? When you're a baby, you didn't speak. You weren't even talking. You probably giggled a lot, but we weren't talking. We didn't need our words to express the soul that we are. Be more the infinite energy that climbed, catapulted into this world with pure love. You jumped right into this world with pure love. And that's the love, that's the energy, the magnetic freaking energy that keeps your communication with your person so seamless. When you're talking to your person, it's going to feel like you're by yourself. It's going to be so natural. Do you worry and think about what you're going to say to yourself? No, you just are. You're being in that and it's natural. Do you worry and think about what you're going to do for yourself? No, you do what you feel feels right in the moment, in the now, without giving rhyme or reason, which is logic, which is thoughts. What you have to shift into is to be. No doing, but being. Be, my love. You balance your person, you balance your energy by being the soul that you are. We love you guys so much. We hope you felt this soul energy. Holy smokes, love. So much soul. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.